So here is the plane mirror and here is the convex mirror. You have taken both the mirror of same size. Alright, means this is your ruled line, you have taken through the same ruled line. Then exactly in the middle, you draw one more line. Exactly in the middle of both the mirror, you draw a line. Okay. Then you locate a point and name it as D. Means this is the driver's eye. Alright, this is driver's eye. And here you see this is the convex mirror. So PC is here. Center of curvature for the mirror you locate. Is that clear? Now you see what to do. Suppose I am naming the mirror as AB here. So you join DA and DB. Join DA and then DB. Okay. Join DA and DB, and after that you draw a small perpendicular at the point A and B on the mirror as I have drawn. Then you draw a line here so that these two angles become equal by eye approximation. This angle and this angle equal. So here also you draw a line so that this angle and this angle become equal. Alright. So you see what is happening, why I have drawn this diagram, understanding. This is the extreme ray falling on the mirror because this ray is falling at the uppermost point A. Alright, so this is the extreme ray the mirror can receive. And when it is reflecting, it is received by the driver's eye. Then in the same manner, this is the extreme ray the mirror can receive, and this is the ray for which the reflected light is received by the driver. So you see, from here to here, whatever is there, driver will be able to see. From this ray till this ray, whatever is situated, the driver will be able to see it. So this is the, from the name only you can make out, field of view of the plane mirror. This is the field of view of the plane mirror. Is that clear? Now, come to the convex mirror. How we will draw that one? Join the upper end with D and join the lower end with D. Is that clear? Then you join point C with the lower end. You draw it by dotted line because this is the normal you are drawing. This is the normal at this point. So again I am naming it as AB. AB is the mirror. And then here also you join CA by dotted line and extend it. So this is the normal at the point A. Now you make a ray here so that by eye approximation this angle become equal. Alright, and here also make another angle so that this angle and this angle and this angle become equal. Then what is happening? This is the extreme ray falling on the mirror after reflection received by driver's eye. Then this is the ray falling at the extreme ray falling on the lower part of the mirror and received by the driver's eye after reflection. So you see, anything between these two lines, these two reflected rays, driver will be able to see. So this is the field of view of the driver. Is that clear? Now look at the diagram. For the plane mirror, this is the field of view. And for the same size convex mirror, this is the field of view. Which one is bigger? Convex mirror. So you see, if the rear view mirror is used as a convex mirror is used as a rear view mirror, driver will be able to see larger field of view from the back. Is that clear? So these two diagram everybody should practice. Then what is the cause that why rear view mirror is convex mirror, you write it down, the 2 points. Field of view of convex mirror is bigger. Is that clear? Another point, convex mirror produces diminished image. So I am writing the point here. Convex mirror produces erect and diminished image. Nobody will send me a question in the WhatsApp group that miss what you have written, because when I am writing, if you watch the video, I am telling also verbally. Okay, so if the word is not clear, then you are hearing also my voice, and I am quite loud. Everybody knows. Okay, so here what are the 2 points you have to write? That why convex mirror is used as a rear view mirror. Convex mirror is used as a rear view mirror. These are the 2 points. That field of view of convex mirror is bigger, first point, and second point, convex mirror produces erect and diminished image. Alright, so as it is produced a diminished image, then what will happen? You will be at the same time, the driver will be able to see many vehicles or many things, whatever be there at the back of the driver will be able to see it. But if the mirror produces a very big magnified image, then what will happen? The driver will be able to see only one object behind him or her. Is that clear? So that's why these are the 2 points, that why convex mirror is used as a rear view mirror. Alright, convex mirror is used as a rear view mirror because field of view of convex mirror is bigger, and convex mirror always produces erect and diminished image. Okay, so this use of convex mirror is very important for your board exam. You must learn the diagram, and when you will write the answer, if it is a 2 marks question, then don't draw the diagram, only write down the 2 points below. But if it is a 3 or 4 marks question, then you must answer with the diagram. So diagram also you must practice. Then another use of convex mirror is, it is used as a reflector in street light. Street light, unlike the torch light, we do not want a parallel beam of rays. Then what will happen? If you just stand below the street light, then only, or just in front, means what I can say, in the same straight line of the street light, then only you will be, means everything will be visible. So in case of street light, what do we want? We want a divergent beam of rays. So in this case, you see, we use a convex mirror, because you see, if this is the street light, and from the street light, if you use in front of the street light, if you place a convex mirror, then you see light is falling on it and then getting diverged. Alright, so you see what will happen, this portion it will be lighted up. Alright, if the convex mirror is used as a reflector in case of street light. Okay, so convex mirror is used as reflector in street light, whereas concave mirror is used as reflector in torch light and searchlight. Alright, so you must remember these 3 things. Then next one is how to distinguish. Here you write it down, I am not writing, I am just saying how to distinguish. This point, everybody from the video, hearing the lecture, you must note it down in the notebook properly. Okay, and as I said, note down whatever I am saying and try to understand that also. That suppose a plane mirror is given to you, a concave mirror is given to you, a convex mirror is given to you, and you are not allowed to touch them. Because by touching only one can find out. If it is coming plane, then it is a plane mirror. If it is bulging in, it will be concave mirror. And if it is bulging out, it will be a convex mirror. Is that clear? But you are not allowed to touch it. So without touching, you have to identify which mirror is the plane mirror and which mirror is the concave mirror and which mirror is the convex mirror. Alright, so for that, so only the mirrors are given, nothing else are given. So what you will do, you just take your finger and keep the finger very near to the mirror. Alright? Keep the finger very near to the mirror and observe the image. Alright? If the image is virtual and same size of the object, then it will be a plane mirror. If the image is diminished, it will be a convex mirror, and if the image is magnified, then it will be a concave mirror. Because you know, plane mirror, concave mirror, convex mirror, all of them produces virtual image, erect image, but plane mirror produces same size image, concave mirror produces magnified image, and convex mirror produces diminished image. So this is the way you can just identify the three mirrors given to you. So you must note down the answer pointers as I have written, and I have underlined the keywords also. Okay, so if a finger is kept very near to the mirror and the image is observed, if the image is same size as that of the finger, mirror is plane mirror. If the image is magnified, then the mirror is a concave mirror, and if the image is diminished, then the mirror is a convex mirror. So we have finished the theory part of the reflection of light chapters. So I request you all, please note down everything of this chapter properly, especially the diagrams, in the study material notebook. Learn it, practice it in the rough notebook, and numericals I will solve and I will send you later on. Thank you, children.